guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. Welcome to Follow Me Friday. Today we are working on balance, and not just balance, but we're getting a total body workout in there at the same time. Yay! So when you're done with this workout, you can feel more balanced. My family might not say that about me, but that's a whole nother issue. So for today, you will need a few pieces of equipment. One, making sure you have something sturdy that you can hang on to if you need it. Not a tippy chair, a nice sturdy one. The wall even works too. You will also need a set of light dumbbells, a step, or a little bench or a phone book. Yes, I am that old that I know what a phone book is and even have one, believe it or not still. And you will also need a floofy pillow. I am going to be using a yoga pillow. You can use a few just regular bed pillows stacked on top of one another, or you can even take a couch pillow, something that's got some nice smush to it, because that makes it a little bit more wobbly-ish to do the exercise. All right, so our first two exercises do not require any equipment. They're just a little bit of a warm-up. And remember, hanging on to something if you need to, not a problem, and I'd much rather you be safe and comfortable while you're working on getting away from holding on to something. So we're gonna start with a little knee lift, and then I'm gonna flex and point that foot, and then I'm switching. So up, down, and down. So we're gonna get 10 total. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, using the core too here, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, next one, I'm gonna bring this knee up again, and I'm going to open up that hip. If you wanna make it even harder, you're gonna turn your head away, woo, and come on back. We're gonna do 5 on each side. So here's 2. You do not have to turn your head, right? It's okay to stay steady, and again, hold on if need be. That's 3. 4, it's like, hey, what's over there? And 5, and other side. Same idea, just a little shift. Try not to lean. So I'd rather you hold on than lean your whole body over. And if you need to put your foot all the way down in between, right? Certainly good to do as well. So that's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you will need your weights for the next one. We're gonna go out at about a 30-degree angle from the front, squeezing gently into those shoulder blades. Arms are gonna come up just to shoulder height, and the leg movement is a heel raise, all right? So here we go. Coming up onto those toes, lifting and back down. You come up as far as you comfortably can, and it's okay if you can't get up very far to start, right? Not a problem. Start where you are. There's 4. 5, whoopsies, I almost fall over. 6, told you I'm not balanced. 7, 8, so working those shoulders and those calves. 9, one more is 10. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab our pillow for the next one. Our third exercise, still using those weights, but now you need your pillow. So we're gonna go into a lunge and a bicep curl at the same time. Here's the balance part, right? So one side at a time, I'm gonna step on with that right leg, and then I'm going right into that bicep curl. You can see that front leg is a little wobbly there. Ooh, obviously showing you that it's a little bit more challenging than just on the ground. Now, if this is too much, you stay right on the ground, and that's not a problem either. Whoopsies, there's 4. And 5, we are gonna get 10 of these. Trying to drop that back knee if you can, if it feels okay on the knee. Otherwise, even just stepping right on there is okay too. That's 7, 8, 9, and 10, and switching sides. Same idea, here we go. And if you actually want a full program, I do offer a 4-week video program that works on balance and strength. It's called Fit at 60 and Beyond, that I'll link for you too. That's 4. Getting a little sweat going too. Woo, 5, 6. You'll notice I'm staring right at a spot in front of me, and that actually helps with balance too. That's 8, 9, you want to try not to look down at your feet if you can avoid it. That's 10. I'm going to kick that pillow and knock everything over at the same time. Thankfully not. We're going to go in a tandem stand. So that's one foot in front of the other. Now, if this feels really wobbly, you're going to just separate those feet so they're a little wider. The wider your base of support, the easier it is. The more narrow, the harder it is. Both weights are going to come up. I have my right leg in front, and you're going to go right over that front leg, squeezing into those abs, making sure that your weight is situated evenly on both feet here, right? You're not leaning all the way back on one or leaning too far forward on the other. That's 4. We're getting 10 on each side. 5, little bend in both of those knees. 6, leading with the abs, not the arms. 7, 8, remember you can be wider if need be. 9, and 10. Switching sides. You want to make it challenging, but you want to make sure that you stay upright. There's 1, 2, and you'll notice that as you start to go through these a little bit more, you'll be able to get those feet closer and closer together. 5, you could always do this with one weight too if you need to. 6, or even no weights. 7, 8, 9, one more. I better not look away. And 10. Then that actually brings up a good point. If you add head motion with it, that also makes it harder. So for the next one, you need your little step or bench or phone book. You're going to be standing to the side of your step, and I am just going to use one weight for this one. This one is a step up and a rotation. So just know that if the rotation part is too much, just stick with the step up and that's okay too. So we're going to step using that inside foot right up, trying to keep that opposite leg up and then add that rotation. Very, very tricky. So again, you can always start here. If you need to, you can keep those toes down and add that rotation too. Or like I said, even just staying with just the step up is good too. And then of course the hardest level, like I said, lift and rotate. That's 4. 5, make sure the leg that is going onto the step is the one that's really helping to push you up there as opposed to the leg on the ground. 6, 7, 8, also harder if you have a higher step. 9, these 1980s Reebok steps do have little lifts for them, but I'm not using them today. All right, other side, same idea. Of course, we got to get both sides. So stepping up to that side, lift and rotate. And again, same thing. One side may be a lot easier than the other, and it's okay if you have to modify one side and not the other. 3, and if you do need to, make sure you're next to a wall just in case too, right? That's okay. That's 4, as I swing too much the other way. 5, 6, notice it's a small rotation. 7, 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. These last 3 exercises need, that was a little high pitch, need a band, and they are using the band around your wrists or holding onto the band. So first one, we're actually going to pull that band nice and open while standing on one leg. You can use that opposite foot to help support you if it's too wobbly to be on one leg. So gently squeezing into those shoulder blades, I'm going to pull that band nice and apart. And again, trying to stand on one leg. We're going to try 10 on each side. If this bothers your shoulders for any reason, a lot of times if you bring your arms down a little bit, that takes off some of the pressure. So that's 3, 4, again, put that toe down at any time if need be. 5, you can go back to that tandem stand too if you need to. 6, 7, 8, my arms are tired. 9, and 10, told you it was the whole body. All right, switching to the other side, same idea. There's 1, 2, 3. I notice I'm leaning back, really trying to make sure you're nice and centered. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Keeping that band there. Again, you can hold on to it if that's more comfortable for you. This time, elbows are going to stay glued in at your side. The arm motion is the forearms pulling apart, and the leg motion is a side lunge. We're even going to add a little lift to it to make it harder. So I'm going to step out to the side. As I do that, I'm going to squeeze those shoulder blades, bring those forearms open without those elbows coming up, and then woo, add that little leg lift. You have to make that woo noise, of course, too. Just kidding. All right, so step, open, lift. You can always take out the lift if that's too much, right? That's 3. This is super good butt stuff, too, besides balance. 4. It's a pretty little lift, too, right? 5. 6, promise I won't woo anymore. 7, try to keep that leg that's bent nice and steady when you lift the opposite one. 9, you've got one more on this side, of course. That's 10. Arms should be burning a little too, as well as those glutes. So stepping it out to the other side, bend into it, open, lift. There's 1. And this is a pretty light band I'm using, just so you guys are aware. 2. That's 3. They do sell them in packs. 4. 5. 6. Woo. That's 7. Everything's kind of burning now. 8, you have 2 more on this side. Oopsies, I did it all at once. 9, 1 more. Open, lift, together. One last exercise, still using that band. Make sure, again, you have something sturdy to hang on to if need be. I'm gonna face this away. You can use a weight too if you would prefer. For the arm part, we're doing a tricep extension here. I just like the band. So the leg part is gonna be a single leg deadlift, and then it's a little tricep extension. Now, again, you can use those toes behind, right, to give a little bit more balance, or if you're using a weight especially, you can hang on to something nice and sturdy, or nothing. It's all up to you. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna make sure that one arm is just a touch forward so I have some resistance. But I'm going into that little single leg deadlift, and then I'm extending just that forearm down and coming back up. You can always put your foot down if you need to as well. Here. And back up, making sure that it's the leg that's on the ground that's doing the work, right? My leg behind me is not lifting. It's only moving because this leg on the ground is shifting backwards. That's 4. 5, I kind of feel like I'm doing the robot a little bit here. 6, yes, I know, another thing that makes me older. 7. 8, we even had dances called like the sprinkler. 9, and 10. Other side, I'm gonna stay facing this way so you can see what that leg on the ground is doing. Arm is gonna do the same idea, just the opposite arm. So that little shift, my hip shifting back, and then extend that arm down. You can see this one's ahead a little bit there. That's 2. 3, 4, making sure you don't hike those shoulders either. 5, 6, 7, 3 more to go. 8, 9, last one, and 10, you made it through. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys. If you want to get rid of pain anywhere in your body on your own with just one little portable device, don't forget to check out the Derma Edge. I created this while I was going through Lyme disease to help get rid of my pain on my own, nice and gently. It's patented and made in the US, actually right down the road in Laconia from where my office is. So don't forget, you can click the link here or in the description to order your own.